You know the one was like, man, shut your goddamn.
It's just my.
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Texas. Off the perky, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in a double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there. Should have posted my mess.
All right, welcome to the Redacted Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq. I said that backwards, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. Here on the Redacted Show, we talk about anime, manga, Marvel movies, DC movies, nerd culture. Sometimes some life tips, but take them with a grain of salt, as Dane always says. Cause
With a grain of salt.
Yeah,
Don't want to mess up the meal of life.
exactly. And so I'm one of the hosts, as I said earlier, Feeq, with my other host.
Yes, sir. My co-host Dane. Go ahead, follow us. Our Twitter handles are in our page. We're finally live now. You know what I'm saying? Episode 2, we trying to push these giants out. Pause. As quick as possible. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it pushing.
Pushing P.
Pushing P indeed.
So before we start off and get into the topic of everything, we just want to know, like, what's new with you, man? What's new in the life of Dane, Cinderfella?
Still a student.
Okay.
Trying to finish classes. Been trying to get some new drip. Just bought a hat today.
Okay.
From Sports World. It was a Boston Red Sox two-tone, like maroon crown with a burgundy brim, pink brim, pink UV at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a new hat last week. It was a green one from Hat Club. If y'all know what Hat Club is, shout out to y'all. But from the Croc collection, it was like almost a forest green with some lime green in it. Astros.
Okay.
Live hat. I'm excited about that one. And then before that, I got a royal blue Boston hat, so I'm gonna try to use that for my non-Sigma Perry fits. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, just been working and going to school.
Okay. Shit, with me, what's new? Let me think. Really just been working, man.
I say this man working, man. He on salary.
They
he got bills.
Not so.
Y'all don't hear him, but his kids upstairs.
He
You just fed him formula today.
And I do not have kids. Hell no, not right now. Well,
He's lying.
I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I had kids right now, I would be so. I wouldn't know what to do with life. I'd be in constant panic. But I've been going to work. Been working at Redacted for a couple months. It's been straight. Pretty much all my coworkers, they all older than me, but this ain't too bad.
Well, I can't stand that. That's how it is at my job. 'Cause I'm an intern, and it's like everybody else is just old as shit. So it's like you can't really vibe with nobody. And it's like you probably the only black. Well, you're not the only black person at your job, but it's like for me, I pretty much am in my department. So it's like I gotta keep my nigga thoughts in my nigga head. And they be like, Dana, why are you so quiet?
I'll be like, because I can't say half the stuff I want to.
Exactly. So I'm just thinking, he's like that TikTok. Just me at work.
Nah, but yeah, I've been working there. Got 2 projects for this upcoming week. We'll see how they go. 2 of them I haven't started. That's the 2 I have to turn in this week, but we'll make it happen. So that's really what's new with us. So the topic for today. So on episode 1, we talked about Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And this was before we recorded that episode before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this was before. This was the day before, huh?
Yeah, day before.
The day before that Saturday.
Yeah, so we recorded that episode. Then, lo and behold, Super Bowl. They got the commercials, they got new trailers dropping, everything. So
shout out to the Rams.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Rams for winning. It's a player on the Rams from A-Leaf named Obo. Yeah, shout out to him bringing the ship back.
Mm-hmm. To Houston. Shout out to my boy OBJ finally getting a ring.
Him
Niggas
too.
was trying to shit on that boy, but Yes, it hurt that he got hurt in that first half, but
he really set the tone for the whole game for them, at least in the beginning, because they were not getting really any type of stuff going until he got a rhythm with Stafford.
Yeah.
But back to what we're here for. So for the topic, so the trailer came out
that day.
I wasn't even, when that trailer came up, I wasn't even looking at the TV. I think I had went to the restroom, because after that I saw it trending like on Twitter, but I still didn't watch it. I was like, I'm gonna wait to watch it. And then you text me, right?
Yeah, I texted you because I saw it while I was watching the Super Bowl, and I was like, oh shit. I was texting Feeq. I'm like, Feeq, please tell me you saw this trailer, dude. It was like a whole bunch of shit in it, and then stuff that we'll talk about later on in this episode. But I was like, hey man, I hope you saw what I just saw, because this movie's about to go crazy.
Yeah, so I finally watched it. I just wanted to let y'all know that from that first episode we were right. We'll get into how we were right, but we were right. A lot of the cameos and stuff we predicted and talked about, we was kind of spot on. So I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, give Dana a pat on the back too, because he brought out a lot of the theories. So right now what we got pulled up, y'all can pull it up too on your phone, everything. We're gonna go into like a trailer breakdown, give some of our thoughts about the trailer, some stuff that's going on in the trailer, and then we'll keep going from there. And then later on in the episode we'll talk more about some other things too. So
So at the beginning we have Doctor Strange waking up. It seems in like a dream or some type of like world, and then he's like, every night I have these visions, I think, but
every night I go to sleep and break my legs.
And then it cuts to another scene of like, it almost looks like it looks like it is the Sanctum, probably like another universe, and it's like fading away in reality, almost similar to how in that episode of What If about the Doctor Strange Supreme, when like all of reality was kind of warping away from him. Mm-hmm. So it looks similar to that. Then we got a scene of the Sanctum doors opening in, obviously Doctor Strange going to meet Doctor Strange Supreme, I'm assuming, who's in there. And I think this is probably taking, like, these scenes are all probably taking place in like maybe the middle of the movie. Mm-hmm. This might be after like he has a vision or is in a portal or something, kind of takes him to this world, maybe in like a dream or maybe in the mirror dimension or something, and he gets to meet I guess a alternate reality of him.
Okay.
And I feel like in that scene when he's talking to baby Doctor Strange Supreme, he's probably talking to him about like what he did
and what's going on.
Yeah. And it's I can see like some of the stuff in the trailer probably talking about flashbacks to how he got, like, how this world got like this, like him talking to our MCU Doctor Strange and telling him like, hey, like, I was on the edge.
He was on the edge.
Yeah.
And he had to use something to take it off, and it was magic.
Yeah. That voodoo magic. But and also this kind of ties into, I feel like that scene where I think her name was like Christine Palmer or something, the lady that was kind of Doctor Strange's little side boo thing, whatever, in the first movie. Yeah. I feel like in that scene when she's getting married, that's probably like in the reality of Doctor Strange Supreme. Like he's probably seeing that, and it's like, I gotta go back in time and make sure like this don't happen. But it's like in that universe, that's the ancient one explained it in What If. I forgot what she said, but it was like some kind of like focal point. It's like a point that
it's a point
has to happen.
Yeah, it's the point that's like always unavoidable,
right?
Because in What If, it was when wasn't the point his girl was always gonna die? Wasn't that So in What If series, if y'all watched it, you remember he kept trying to change that one point, but she pretty much told him that point always has to happen. So it's pretty much spots in somebody's life that always has to happen, where it doesn't. She pretty much was saying, if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter what happens before or after, depending on if that point is to die. But before or after this point always has to happen.
Yeah, so I feel like in this universe, that focal point is her getting married to someone else that's not Stephen Strange. So Stephen Strange is probably doing everything in his power to change that at the cost of his reality.
Okay.
So that's how you get that, world of everything fading out of existence. Probably on top of the shit Doctor Strange did at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. So we're kind of seeing those repercussions and kind of everything coming together. So then fast forward to the trailer, you see like scenes of the Sanctum getting attacked. My early theory is I think it's Wanda, either like a Wanda variant attacking the Sanctum. And I'll tell you why later on in the show.
My bad to cut you. Ain't that the training ground though?
I think that's Kamar-Taj.
All that considered the Sanctum?
No, I let me not say the Sanctum. I think it's Kamar-Taj.
Yeah, like where he trained at in the first movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant. And then you get to a scene where it looks like an individual being strung up by the bands of Sidorak in a star portal behind them.
And then
you can clearly tell that's America Chavez. For some reason, there's like people on the internet saying like, I wonder who that is. Like, who that person is. Is it Doctor Strange? Is it Miss Marvel? Like, no, nigga.
No, they already said it. They already confirmed she's in the movie.
Right.
And then you see her.
You see a whole star on her back. Like, that's not Captain America.
Yeah, and then the bands of I always mess up how to say their name. Go ahead and say it.
The bands of Sidorak.
Yeah, so the bands of Sidorak. I remember when we talked about it a little bit. This was off air, quotation marks. But so the bands, right? So that also connects to Juggernaut because how he gets his power partially is from
touching a stone with the inscription of like from the character Sidorak. He Professor X's half brother, I forgot his name, but he touches the stone, and the stone is basically like whoever touches this stone will gain the power of Sidorak and become a human juggernaut.
Yeah.
Hence how he gets his powers. Now, I don't think it'd be nice if they had like, a little, I guess, Easter egg in the movie. I don't think they're going to introduce Juggernaut in this movie.
Oh, nah, they won't. But
that'd be a nice Easter egg of them.
I hope they at least show a gem so for the people that really are in depth and know, they're like, oh shit, we probably won't get him in any movie ever, but like it'll be a good little like okay, I see what y'all did there, stuff like that.
So then after that, we see another body, which if you pause it, it looks like Defender's Doctor Strange. Some people are saying that it looks like other people, but that's definitely Defender Doctor Strange. You can see like his garment is different. And the reason why it's different in this movie is because in the comics, his wardrobe is similar to that. And that's just to distinguish the different Stranges, so nobody in the audience is confused. But in this trailer, it looks like that nigga look like he dead.
Yeah, no, he
looks pretty lifeless.
Like his was that his right eye looks like he got slashed. If he's not dead, he's got beat the fuck up.
By whoever was wielding the bands of Sidorak. So I'm interested to see how he got like that, and then it flashes it to Doctor Strange back in his bedroom. So I heard through the grapevine like a theory that's saying like these visions that Doctor Strange are getting are like different variants of Doctor Strange dying, and he's like feeling it in the movie.
So you think it could be like how they did in Endgame? Was it Endgame? Endgame, where they kind of do the memories start mashing up. You think they'll do something? Remember who was it? Not Thanos' daughter, Nebula.
Oh, well, remember, yeah.
You think it'll be something similar?
It might be something similar to that. I know they did something similar like that in the comics with Spider-Man 2099, where Miguel O'Hara, he was like sensing different Spider-Man in like the Spider-Verse, and some of them like that. But
he had his Bluetooth on.
Niggas had Bluetooth. But so then fast forward, You got the Marvel Studio logo, whatever, and then you see a scene of Doctor Strange wielding some obviously chaos magic, and I believe that book he has on the floor is the Darkhold. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, the same one.
And then it's similar because the magic that he's using right now looks a lot similar to the magic Wanda was using at the end of WandaVision when she was trying to look for, when she was basically reading through the Darkhold and probably trying to look for her kids. So this is probably like different realities that Doctor Strange is scoping in there, and gets the magic back in the book. So I think in that scene he might be in those like worlds he's looking at are probably like different. I think they're like different parallel Earths.
So the little
the little spheres.
the sphere.
This nigga, hey, you didn't get your head out together, man.
I didn't even say nothing, man.
You didn't have to say nothing.
You looked at me crazy before I even said the word.
Hey, don't tell everybody else if you're in a. I was those type of kids where if something funny was in a serious setting, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh no, I know. I know.
If we gotta be serious and something funny happened, don't look at me because we all gonna bust out laughing.
I already know not to look at you and Bossy when shit's serious. I be crying laughing, bro.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think those are different parallel Earths that he's looking at,
and he gets to like look into in depth, or you think he just knows those are parallels?
I think he's just scoping like the different Earths and looking at different realities through that, and probably trying to and then obviously in that scene you see another body. I think that's America Chavez too, because he's with him and things like that. And then you see Wong talking to Strange. I think Wong is kind of realizing like what Doctor Strange did after Endgame and like witnessing the ramifications of that. And then Wong is like, look, man, like you may not know right now, but shit is kind of getting out of hand
because
on a universal and multiversal level. And then you see another scene of Doctor Strange. So this is one of the scenes I think is from my early theory is like a vision of Doctor Strange Supreme kind of realizing what he did. I don't necessarily think this is MCU Doctor Strange. Okay. Kind of seeing that. I think it's Doctor Strange Supreme, like a vision of Doctor Strange Supreme, kind of seeing what he did to his Earth.
I was thinking for this scene, if y'all watching the trailer or anything, we're at 39 seconds. But for this scene, I was thinking it was more so like I was thinking it's either one of the dreams he gets, but I don't think it's I don't think it's you said Defender, Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was him. I was thinking it's the other Doctor Strange. What's his name?
The evil Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange Supreme?
Yeah, I think it's Doctor Strange Supreme. not watching right now, but like whose vision he's looking at.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so you're saying like he's in his, you're saying this is MCU Doctor Strange in Doctor Strange Supreme's world. Like in his universe, and you kind of seeing what he did to his
yeah, I think it might be something like that.
It might be. That's definitely plausible. Then you see Wong looking shit faced,
realizing he about to get fucked up.
Yeah. And then you see Christine walking in her aisle, and then you get a scene of America Chavez running from something. Obviously, Gargantos, also known as Shumagorath. So the reason why they can't use Shumagorath in the movie, I think, is like just for like rights reasons. I don't think Marvel has the rights to use the name. So in the movie, it's Gargantos, but we all know that that's Shumagorath. They just can't. It's just not going to be. They're not going to name drop that.
They're gonna put it in quotation marks,
right? And then you see a vision. You see Wanda in a room with some candles around her, obviously meditating. I think she's probably meditating, looking for her children. And then you have another scene of Doctor Strange talking with Wanda in this little, meadowy area. I think it's the same area that's by her house on that lake.
Yeah, it's the same spot.
But I think this is like another Hex vision.
So you think this is fake?
Yes, I think this is fake because if you know, like once we get to later on in the trailer, when she's talking to Doctor Strange about like, when you get in trouble, like when you break something,
that quote,
I have words about that quote, like you off the hook. But when I break something, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I think because if it's the same. Doctor Strange is wearing the same thing. It's just like her outfit has changed. So I think like this is just another fake reality that she made to kind of get away from everything. So Doctor Strange is asking Wanda what she knows about the multiverse, and then she's saying Vision, has some theories. And then you come back to Kamartaj, obviously getting attacked again. Everybody kind of looking shook, whatever. I think my early theory, this is, Wanda coming in to, so my theory is, I think this is Wanda or like a variant of Wanda coming to look for America Chavez. Because obviously, I think by this time of the movie, she knows like, okay, this girl can travel through reality. So she might be able to guide me to my children. Kids. So I need to, I'm gonna get her by force, basically. So this is probably in that same scene where Doctor Strange was looking at them different realities in the Darkhold is with America Chavez. I think that's in the same sanctum in Kamartaj. So Wanda's coming to get him, and she's like, "Hey, I need you to run me my book and run me that kid, so I can go get my kids."
Better put on an Amber Alert. No,
and if not, this whole shit about to go crazy.
I don't know.
I think that's what that is. I think that's what that scene is. Wanda's coming here.
It's crazy. That makes so much sense, but I want to say no just because it makes sense.
Yeah. So, you got a Minotaur who is a actual comic book character. I forgot his name, but he's
the Minotaur.
He has like an actual name though.
No, I know.
But he's a Doctor Strange Easter egg. You got Doctor Strange looking at somebody. Early prediction, I think, is Wanda. Fast forward.
I think it's gonna be the other Strange.
You got Doctor Strange opening the door into a alternate reality. I think this is
that plateau.
I think this is the place where America Chavez came from. I think this is probably meant to be her home world. Mm-hmm. Just like probably after some dark forces came in there and like fucked it up, which is why it's kind of looking everything is all over the place.
Okay.
And there might be like another magic relic that they need in the center of that
to figure out how to stop all this stuff that's going on. Mm-hmm. Well, the multiverse from collapsing fully.
Right. So I think that's what that is. And then you got,
Mordo.
Dreaded up, Mordo, Ace Hood. Another scene of Doctor Strange in
the same place he was earlier in the trailer with the broken city.
Yes, broken reality. Then you got Mortal kind of telling him like, "Hey man, like what you did during, No Way Home, like that didn't just affect Earth, that affected everything, you about to be put on trial." So
this right here is one of the biggest points of this trailer.
Mm-hmm. So we're at the point where Doctor Strange is getting escorted. It looks like some Ultron bots.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I noticed when I saw it. So kind of early theories. I think these bots are controlled by an Iron Man variant. Yeah. I think it's Superior Iron Man, who in Marvel Comics he's a character from the Marvel Comics, which is kind of a take on Tony Stark just being an even more like dickhead than he already was.
Yeah, he's like the more God complex type Tony Stark, right? In a sense.
And then in this instance, I'm pretty sure in terms of like what they trying to do in this movie, he's just the one that conquered Ultron and was able to correctly, metaphorically put the suit of armor around the globe. So now he got all these Ultron bots in this, pocket of time that they're in.
Yeah.
And he's walking in this, court trial.
Yeah.
And area. Got 6 chairs, looks like 5 chairs, but then something's missing in the middle, obviously, because for Professor X, because he's in a wheelchair. He doesn't need a chair.
Yeah. But yeah, as the trailer progresses, he comes into the little trial area. And with this one, then they show the back of a person. You hear the voice, obviously. That voice is Professor X.
Yes, Patrick Stewart's Professor X.
So
in the last episode, I said it was probably the James Avery one. So I was still right, but I was wrong in terms of which one. But I mean, shit, Patrick Stewart, hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, really any X-Men main
I was
character.
just surprised to hear him, but
yeah,
it makes sense for Patrick Stewart because a lot of people resonate with him more. Even though the James Avery Professor X, he was still like a good one in my book. Even though a lot of those X-Men movies were kind of bad, I feel like he was a good written character. Same with the Magneto character.
Yeah. And then this is just introducing pretty much without them fully saying the Illuminati.
Right, because you have 6 chairs on the top of that level. If you kind of look in and kind of zoom and enhance some of them, you can kind of distinguish. So I guess early predictions, I think these are easy going to be like multiversal.
Yeah, it'll be
Illuminati members. I don't think they're going to add like the full roster though. I think there may be like some from the full roster. But I think they may have like an alternate version of Iron Man to explain the Ultron bots and like where they're at. I think this is like his little sanctum or whatever. I think, and I've been hearing this around too, that Baron Mordo is also a part of the Illuminati. Because if you kind of look back, you see at the top someone walking, and it looks like Baron Mordo at the top walking to his seat. So it might be a alternate like Baron Mordo variant from another reality where he becomes Sorcerer Supreme. So he kind of takes the place of Doctor Strange in that Illuminati role, like as the magic user.
I think it will be more so I think it will be a multidimensional Illuminati, but I think they'll do it more so with showing. I think they'll show all the roster except for probably one character, and then
which will be Immortus. No, I'm playing.
Nah, I think Mordo is gonna be I think he's still gonna do the thing like I said last time, be like a guide. I think he'll be like for the Illuminati. I think he'll be like their
advisor, or almost like
I wouldn't say advisor, more so like a henchman. I think he'll be low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
But I think that's how it will form out for that Illuminati.
Okay, and then after that you have a scene of basically Doctor Strange and America Chavez jumping through different realities, almost kind of reminiscent of them jumping through the mirror dimension, but obviously these are different dimensions of reality, and their faces being distorted. I saw a theory online where someone was talking about like the what was that? Okay. Like with their, I heard something. Got my CTE acting up. So you have Doctor Strange and America Chavez, it looks like, jumping through realities. Saw a theory online where one of like the reality where it's like all those dinosaurs and stuff was, it could be the Savage Lands.
Okay.
Which is from the X-Men comics. So that would be like a nice Easter egg to the X-Men in the movie. I don't think that's what that is. I think it's just some random like either period in history or like just a random dimension.
Bro, I don't know if you ever seen it. This is off topic, but it was a comic strip of Spider-Man with some villain who turned himself into a pterodactyl. Bro, no, but
Vulture?
No, it may. I don't think it was Vulture, but. Bro, because in the comic strip, this is totally off topic what we're talking about. But in the comic strip, the Spider-Man was just like, you had all this technology and all this, you could have cured cancer, and the dude was like, why the hell would I want to do that? That shit just, I don't know why that shit came to my mind.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit! But but back to the trailer.
Right. So we have a scene after that.
You see a character
bust through the walls. So this is kind of
early theories right now is people thinking at first when the trailer came out, people were thinking it was a Captain Marvel, but if you look at it a little closely, it looks like a man, and so now people are kind of thinking. I saw one
thing. It looks like a man.
I saw some people thinking it could be a superior Iron Man.
Hey man, I don't know. I think it definitely looks like a woman because like if you see like that, it's definitely a contour of a bodacious waist. You know what I'm saying?
I can't see that clearly, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit is moving. If you look at how fast this is moving, we're just.
Oh my god!
You pause on the face.
I personally, so when I first saw it, I'm like Captain Marvel, but then I watched it a few times, slowed it down, and I was like, is this Monica Rambeau? And I was hearing like this is maybe like another. This is supposed to be Maria Rambeau, who is basically a Captain Marvel variant. Like in her universe, she became their Captain Marvel, and so I think it's that. I don't know. It might be Superior Iron Man. I know Marvel has been known to play tricks in their trailers. Like perfect example when Infinity War came out and the scene when Hulk was running in the back.
Oh yeah, and it ended up being that whole scene got pretty much deleted anyway from the movie. So
right. So it might be Superior Iron Man. I was hearing some other theories where it might be Kane the Conqueror before he became a villain. I guess it's like an Iron Lad Easter egg.
Nah,
I don't think that's a bit extreme.
If they did, with the way this movie, I don't think they could. Yeah. I think the most they'll do with Kang, if anything at all, he'll be like in a post-credit scene or something.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the max they'll do with him.
I agree. Yeah, I think that's an extreme. I personally think it's a Captain Marvel variant, just from like the way the
glowing looks. The glowing looks exactly like how she does when she powers up.
The body is.
I'll have to rewatch
contoured, and then she got a little something in that trunk. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, bro. That's definitely a woman, bro.
All right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And then you see she's fighting Wanda, which I think that's a Wanda variant. Obviously, in this scene, I think in that scene, it's Wanda kind of busts in there in the Illuminati base and is just slatting everybody. Like all the members of Illuminati looking for America Chavez.
That was the Illuminati base?
Yeah, because if we kind of keep going, then you have another scene of them fighting at the Sanctum. Doctor Strange's pretty wounded, and they're fighting someone at the top. My early theory is Wanda, because she's trying to get America Chavez to look for her kids, who, like I said in the previous episode, is probably, at the rate it's going, she's probably going to be like the plot device of the movie, like the MacGuffin. She's going to be the one pushing the plot, because everybody's trying to get her hands on her.
So they can go to different realities, right, or go back to theirs.
Or use her if it's like another villain, Shumagorth, like try to get her to control her, to go to other dimensions and control them. So you have another scene of Shumagorth. In this trailer, he looks a lot different than the first teaser we got. Like it's more what's the word? Like he just looks different. If you kind of go back and watch both of them, something's different about him. Like he has more chaos magic around him. So
they did more editing on it.
Yeah, more editing on him. And you got Doctor Strange looking at a picture of
statue
of himself. I think this is him in another dimension. Probably in the
that's in the same dimension. I think that's I'm pretty sure that's the same dimension as the one that keeps showing like they're getting destroyed.
Right.
Because it has the same like grayscaling on the background.
I think so too. Then so like this scene, remember?
Yeah.
So I think you have the scene where Wanda is talking to Doctor Strange and saying like, when I do something, I become the enemy. But when you do something, you like become the hero. You become the hero. So I think this is still the same place where that Doctor Strange goes to meet our MCU Wanda and is like, I need your help kind of navigating the multiverse. And I guess some shit hit the fan, or like Doctor Strange probably brings something up and Wanda gets mad or pissed. So then like everything around her just changes. And then like she changes into her Scarlet Witch uniform and is like, nigga, I'm not playing that shit, basically.
Man, one thing I do have to say about that quote, she was like, when y'all fuck up, you're still considered a hero, but when I fuck up, I'm considered a villain. The one problem I have about that is like, bitch. You enslaved the whole town.
Yeah, and then
Like-
even before that, the whole reason for Civil War,
the Sokovia
for the
Accords,
Sokovia Accords was because you blew up a
'cause
whole
you blew up a block.
block exactly in Nigeria, right? It was some African country.
I don't think it was Nigeria. It was
It was somewhere.
I forgot exactly the name, the place. But bro, because when she said, I was like, bro, come. I said, Wanda, look at me, Wanda. Are you sure you want to say that right now, man? I was like,
you're
come
not really
on.
a good person. Like, I understand you're hurt and all that because your boyfriend dead, but
I said, you need therapy.
that doesn't give you the right to just control the whole village.
I said, you need therapy, man. Go sign up.
So I think this is all the same scene, and then you have Wanda
Looking at another
Wanda variant. So I think the one, this is the Wanda variant going in this Wanda's world, trying to look for Billy and Tommy, trying to get her kids, and it's probably looking at her like, I'm gonna have to kill this bitch because I'm gonna need my kids.
No, she's probably looking at her like, she probably walking up to her right now, and she probably gave her one of them damn fucking dumbass speeches that make people be like, you're right, I should help you. Do some shit like that. But
right, so then you have scenes of Baron Mordo fighting Doctor Strange. I think this is around the time Wanda busts in the Illuminati base. You have America Chavez punching through a portal. That looks like Wong fighting Shumagorath.
I want to say that's Wong, but at the same time, I don't know if it's fully Wong.
I don't think it's fully Wong
because he looks he looks different. So I don't think that's Wong. I think that's maybe just another somebody that's on their team or something. They might show in later for a quick cameo. He'll probably die, but he's in the plot. Yeah,
and then after that, you have a scene of Wanda in this looks like with blood all her, or maybe oil from the Ultron bots if they do that, or it might be blood.
No, that's definitely blood, and that's
that's Patrick Stewart blood.
He's not about to die that fast in the movie, bro. But yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that's the Wanda variant. We'll just say call her Wanda.
Yeah,
variant.
the Wanda variant, and she's in the base. If you kind of zoom into her eye, it looks like she's looking at two cages, and in one of them is a person in there, and I believe in that cage that's America Chavez looking. That's America Chavez because she's trying to get her. Like she's a part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I saw it.
So,
and then we got Wong hanging off the edge of a cliff. And like I said, I told y'all before, if Wong does not get slatted in this movie, he's gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm. I think he will die though.
Yeah, they're gonna, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna use him as the heart pull, the heart tug on the movie.
Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't seen any thing in terms of his contract being up for Marvel or him saying he doesn't want to be in these movies anymore. So there's still a chance that he will come back. None of this is confirmed or
this is all
that, but
this is a spitballing stuff right now.
He is a good. It's looking like Wong,
looking like Wong about to get his ass
about
beat.
to be R.I.P'd.
Yeah, and then the final part was just the
zombie,
the zombie Doctor Strange.
Zombie Doctor Strange.
So right now, what we're looking at for this movie, I think right now, so we have about 4 Doctor Stranges that we've seen. Damn, I can't fucking speak. Good Lord, that we've seen in regular Doctor Strange that we already know. We'll call him MCU Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
We got Defender Doctor Strange,
right?
We got Superior, no,
Doctor Strange Supreme.
Doctor Strange Supreme. I always fuck up his name.
And then Zombie Doctor Strange.
So right now we got 4.
Mm-hmm.
They could fuck around and throw another one in on the Illuminati,
right?
So
the variant could be, Mordo is a Doctor Strange variant. That could be his name could be just Doctor Strange, but he looks like Baron Mordo.
They could.
That's on the Illuminati.
Yeah, they could force or be I wouldn't say force. They could say, oh, his name in this universe, his nickname is just Mordo, but his name is Strange. That'd be some shit.
Yeah, that actually would be like a funny Dr. Voodoo, Easter egg, because in the Marvel comics there's a character named Dr. Voodoo who also was Sorcerer Supreme at one point. So that would be like a funny Easter egg if Marvel did that. So that's pretty much the end of that official trailer. There was also a TV spot, with some different footage and things like that. So if we kind of look at that, some of it's still the same. Like we got, Doctor Strange, Defender Strange, looking like he's being teleported through the portal. We have another scene of America Chavez inside Shumagorath. Scene of, so obviously, Defender Strange confirmed.
Got the silver hair, the extra silver,
slick back, different uniform, just for us to distinguish the different ones. I think trying to save America Chavez. So I think this Doctor Strange is from America Chavez's universe.
Oh, and he's like protecting her. He's right. Like the one protecting her throughout the movie, probably.
Defending her, if you will.
But
you need a soundboard. But so I think he's like protecting her from whoever that like Bands of Sidorak form character is. It could be Sidorak, it could be someone controlling the Bands of Sidorak trying to get at her, and then America Chavez is thrown through the portal while Doctor Strange, Defender Strange is
fighting off
that
Sidorak.
person and probably dying. And then we get the scene of the Illuminati. You have another scene of, so this is a closer visual of the person that busts through the walls fighting Wanda. So if you see that contour, you see the contour of the hip, that's definitely a contour of a woman.
You see the angle. Okay, you're right. I see it now.
That's definitely a woman, in my opinion. Obviously, this is not confirmed. If you kind of zoom in, you can kind of see why people may think it's Superior Iron Man.
Because the hair is short as hell.
Hair and then the armor of the face and maybe like the blue, thing in the middle. I think that's just a energy beam that she's about to charge up.
Okay.
And then you have another scene of Doctor Strange fighting someone. It looks like in Camartage. I think that's Wanda, who kind of got in there, and Doctor Strange trying to fight him off. Then
we got zombie Doctor Strange walking up the mountain,
walking up these mountains, and then it looked like another variant of Wanda was in that. And I'm hearing like some things going around saying like this is zombie Wanda. Like if you look at her face, it looks like zombie Wanda. And you got Doctor Strange, zombie Doctor Strange walking up here. And my theory is I think zombie Strange is Defender Strange.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Because if you look at him coming up this mountain, he still has that ponytail, just walking with a hair.
So it could be where Defender Doctor Strange, along one part of the movie, he gets slatted by somebody, whether that's Wanda or somebody else. He gets slatted, and then he comes back
as a zombie. I think zombie Wanda bites Doctor Strange, and then or sees dead Defender Strange and turns him into a zombie. So now you got a Sorcerer Supreme zombie just wreaking havoc. Now I don't know what it looks like he's doing.
His hand was just cracking.
Yeah, that hand. Yeah.
Or he could have walked up there. You know what that could be? It could be at one point in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. He dies on the mountain.
Right.
Somehow he dies, and obviously he gets infected by somebody we don't know yet. Mm-hmm. Whoever infected him, he comes back alive. He gets to the top of the peak, and then he realizes he can use magic again.
Right. Oh, so that could be like why his fingers are doing that, because he's like
twitch, because he's like
understanding.
Yeah, and then it switches to the other trailer, the Super Bowl spot trailer, where it shows the ghouls or whatever I'll call them ghouls flying around him, and that's him activating his magic,
right, and
realizing he can use it, and then it transitions to probably where he goes off where he starts fighting, and then he starts fighting like say MCU Strange and Wong or whatever, and that's why Wong is off the freaking cliff.
Yeah, now that you mention that, those scenes all look this like all the scenes that we've seen with Zombie Strange all look like it's in the same area. So like it's in the same time of the movie. So that definitely is plausible. Yeah.
So if they start doing the zombie part, how in depth do you think they'll do it? You think they'll?
I think Zombie Strange will
like,
probably be like a character for maybe like 15, 20 minutes max. It's gonna be live. That's probably gonna be the livest 15, 20 minutes I've ever watched in a movie in my life. But I think he's probably gonna be like a side villain, like a side antagonist for like 15, 20 minutes of the movie. Because I think the main villain is Wanda. I don't even want to say villain. We'll just say
the
antagonist. Because he's going against the grain.
Okay.
And yeah.
I want to say Wanda will maybe be the antagonist, but I also feel like she's not. I feel like I don't know who. Honestly, at this point, I don't know who could be the antagonist. I feel like,
yeah,
actually, no, she'll be one of the antagonists. Maybe I should say I don't think she'll be the main villain. Quotation. I feel like it'll still be somebody.
You think it'll be like a variant Strange, like evil, it's like Doctor Strange Supreme?
I don't even want to say him because they showed him early.
Yeah, he might be like shown early in the movie.
Yeah, because even with the trailers, like they've shown him like multiple times. I don't feel like he's the villain. I feel like it might be. They could throw out. So they could throw out at the end. If they do a cameo, they could throw out Kang. So they could throw out Kang and say he was orchestrating whatever happens in the movie. They could say he was orchestrating everything to give people kind of like a sense and to show you that, okay, this is a bad motherfucker right here. Like, yeah, like this dude's not playing around. They could do something like that.
Yeah, they could. I actually heard a theory online where it's like the way that they could introduce Kang in this movie in like a post credit scene is he could be like a member of the Illuminati. Like it's him walking in the Illuminati table and he's like, the work is done, basically. And then all the members of Illuminati just like take off their mask and they all versions of Kang. And then you get the Council of Kangs in the MCU.
If they do the Council of Kangs like that,
there was never an Illuminati to begin with. It was all a fake.
If they do the Council of Kangs like that, I'm going to stand up and applaud.
This is a theory I heard. But if they do that, that would be live.
I might start screaming in the theater, bro.
Yeah. That would be the best way to introduce Kang because clearly, like, in terms of his physical stature, you're not necessarily intimidated by him. You're intimidated by his cunningness, by his intellect. Yeah. So he basically...
But he'll still beat your ass.
Right. But I'm saying, like, just do that. That just shows how cunning he is to basically have all these people do his work for him indirectly, find off these different places. And it's like, while they're doing that, he's just secretly moving in the background, taking control of like all these different universes and just has like no one else in his path.
Do you think it'll be crazier if they do it where, say that the Illuminati, the multi-dimensional, whatever Illuminati, whatever we're going to call them, take off a mask and they're all kings, or just he walks in and says like some shit like, thank y'all for working for me, or some shit like that. Where it's like, it's not even where they're kings. He's just using them. Do you think, which one do you think would be more like crazier to see?
I think the crazier one would be they were all kings, because then it would make you, because this whole time you're thinking like the Illuminati is an actual thing, when if they reveal that they were kings all along, the Illuminati never existed. It would just be like in Loki with the TVA. The TVA never existed. It was just Kang controlling all the the TVA existed, but the three timekeepers never existed.
Timekeepers didn't exist.
It was just Kang controlling everything.
Okay. Nah, I think with the new trailer and everything, my expectations now for the movie are like way
Yeah.
They already had like high hopes and everything for this movie just because it's multidimensional. But now with them showing us like the Illuminati, the different characters that go along with the Illuminati, however long they're in there, it just opens up so much more possibilities that now I'm just like, okay, I need this movie to drop already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's pretty much our trailer breakdown. Hopefully, drop some gems on y'all boys and girls, men and women, and I think we can go on and move on to our next segment. I don't know why he's laughing.
Nothing. I'll tell you later. So, what are we talking about now?
Going into our
you're
get
right.
in your bag segment.
Oh, get in your bag. Okay. Let me do this. I'm gonna tell Siri to choose a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Hey Siri. You see how she listens now? Choose a number between 1 and 7.
A random number between 1 and 7 is 6.
Okay, so number 6.
Sir,
so
it's a great number.
okay, let me see. We will say, okay, so the question is, and you can explain like everything. It says, what has been the most enjoyable new movie in Marvel's new phase outside of Spider-Man? So the newest movies, really just what's the most newest enjoyable movie for you? So that's goes from Black Widow, Eternals, and
I'll say Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
I mean,
Shang-Chi.
I think that's everybody else's answer outside of Marvel. I mean, for those who don't know, I'm like a big kung fu movie person. Like Enter the 36 Chambers, The Flying Guillotine, The Five Deadly Venoms. You know, I've seen a lot of them, and I kind of got that from the movie while it still being like, you know, a Marvel MCU movie. It was a good plot. It was a great way to introduce a character that really has been here this whole time. Like, I liked how they, you know, played the I guess the antagonist, Shang-Chi's dad, as like this person that was just in the background this whole time. And yeah, I liked how they did that. I liked how they introduced the 10 rings and how they kind of played the 10 rings for like maybe this secret later on item that no one really knows where it came from. I think those are like the rings that Gargantos made in the Eternals movie. I think that's what those rings are.
Okay.
Remember? So I think that's what those rings were.
Okay. I think for me, my most enjoyable new movie was, it was also Shang-Chi. Mainly because the fights, I think this was the first time in like a movie where like imagining it, I was like, okay, this is like some anime type shit. Like if somebody made an anime movie with those type of fights, I'd be like, okay, that's live action.
Yes, the fight choreography in this movie was
elite.
Great. It was out of this world.
So
I
like,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, so those fights, I was like, okay, this is good. Besides that, I think for fights, that would be my most enjoyable. For just scenery type stuff, it would be Eternals for me. It's because it was such a grand. It wasn't a lot. It was a lot going on in the movie, but at the same time, it wasn't a lot. It's a lot if you knew a lot of stuff outside of it. If you just watching it as like just, oh, this is Eternals, I'm gonna find out about them. Then it didn't seem like too much was going on. But just from the scale, it brought a new scale to Marvel movies that I liked. You want to do another one? No? He said, fuck y'all for this week. So we are at the end of the episode. So we want to thank all the new listeners, past listeners. We want to thank the listener that's in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Got that notification. I looked on the website, saw where everything was listed. I said, oh, Japan. I said, we won.
Yes, sir. Keep supporting us out there globally. We global boys.
Global boys. Yes, sir.
Glow boys.
Glow boys.
Glory boys.
Yeah, but this is the Redacted Show. I'm your host, Feeq.
I'm your host, Dane.
And we out. Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fed, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little perk, could be yellow in a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. See it right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hold my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was